Hello, my name is Fabricio Pons, and this is my final project for the class of database management systems. And I did a system for the fitness studio called Rematch, based in Leon, Mexico. It's owned by my brother. He's in charge of the part of the functional training, and his partner is in charge of boxing. So because of this, I am already familiarized with their operations. I've been collecting their data since like 2 years from now within this Excel spreadsheet, kind of in a little bit of an informal way. Um, Here, I mainly this is the purpose of this Excel was mainly for financial reports, but the data that I collected here was for November and December from 2024, from so a year and a half from now. Because of this, I got already familiarized with their operation, and it was good for me to do or easy for me to do the diagram like this. I Unlike the Excel, I'm not reporting financial statements or anything like that, so nothing with spendings. I do record incomes on this database management system, but it's more around the members. As we can see here, the diagram, it's surrounded by, or it works towards the entity of member. Here on the upper left, we have entities related more with the inner operations of the gym, like the staff, class sessions, and class type, which the class type is just either functional training and box. On the upper right, we have more information about the member and their contracts with the gym, uh, like membership payment too. And here on the bottom right, we have the conversion between leads to members, because they have a new marketing program, so they want to track how are they attracting more members from this gym. On the bottom left, we have information about inventory and products. This is because they also sell things on the reception, so it's a little shot there. Most of the entities are related to each other in a one to many way, so I didn't have to do a lot of relationship tables. I just did a couple for just two many to many, which are, I believe, attends. The relationship attends. It's many to many from member to class session. A member can go to either one or many class sessions, and a class session can be um, formed by zero. It was a very class session, or many members. The other many to many is certification on a staff and the class type, which is certified to do either box or training, because a boxing coach cannot do a functional training class. Um, this is the overview of the diagram. The attempts at the beginning, I was thinking in doing a weak entity, and I was also trying to make the payment as just one relation. But doing in this new way of separating payments through the members and payments for the products, and doing attempts just as the many-to-many relationship worked the best when doing my schema and populating the data. As I said, this is my rematch schema. As I said, the data was used mainly real information from the Excel spreadsheet, from data from last year. I did edit some important information like phone numbers, emails, some certifications, and I had to come up with check-in times, just because they don't currently record that, but it's something that they definitely want to record in the future. So and I also think that this project will help them in the future, so I included that. Um, yeah, my approach for populating this was basically just copy and pasting data. I was trying to do a more automated way to do it, so I can work with more data. The bad thing is that since this year, or 2025, my brother has been concerned a little bit more about the data privacy too. So that's why I only could work with last year's data, and yeah, I modified some of it. And an overview of my use cases. The rematch management system, I implemented several use cases to cover both operational and report needs of the gym. I split them on order of I see, like the different functionalities that people will do when using the Excel. So they either want to see the member and contract management, or the class and attendance when a member gets into the gym. We don't have any system to record that, so that needs to be done by hand manually. And analytics and reports, that's more like for high command employees that want to see how the business is doing. And the lead management is the part that I said about marketing, the new marketing program, that they want to see how that's going. For this, I use some of the main use cases is to register a new member and creating an initial membership contract. That's on member and contract management. Also managing the membership lifecycle, and such as I said there, like freezing, canceling, or renewing an existing contract. Also, it's used to schedule class sessions on and recording attendance that will be on the on the section 2 of class and attendance. Tracking inventory through inventory transactions is on the section 3 on payment and product management. It's more on the little shop that they have on reception. And managing leads and covering leads, that's the fifth section, the Rematch Studio. And the fourth section, analytics and reports, it's analytics such as monthly revenue, which is not revenue, it's more like just plain income with no spendings, attendings by class, and identifying risk members. For this, obviously, the queries that are more interesting are the ones on. I believe it's more the ones on analytics and reports, just because I had the opportunity here to do some of the sub queries and more advanced queries that we have been analyzing on class, and also it gave me the opportunity to do some research on new ways to do SQL. Well, as I said, the three more interesting queries that I did are on the analytics and reports, and the first one is the monthly revenue summary. And this groups payments by month and payment type, so we can compare payments for the memberships and payments for the products over some period of time. Here, I used aggregation, grouping, and I had to use date truncation. It is a command or advanced SQL technique that we haven't covered, but I had to report by month. So this is grouping by month instead of just individual dates by truncating each payment date to the first day of its month. So for that reason, this one is very interesting. The second one is at risk members report. This is one use case or one application that doesn't work, but I thought that the concept was very interesting. So one of the big questions that we always have is which members are starting to disengage with the gym and might cancel the membership soon. So for this, I did the query starting with a CTE that we learned by class. This temporary table just calculates the attendance per member, and then I joined it to different tables like member, attendance, class session, and membership contract. The member to identify the person, to attendance to track the check-in, class session to provide the class dates, and the membership contract to ensure that the member is active. Then I believe this is where the problem is going, or I don't know if I'm not using the enough or correct data. It's using this conditional aggregation with a subquery, so it counts only the classes attended in the last 30 days, and the second conditional the second conditional count calculates attendance for the other previous 30 days, so we can compare how is attendance going with this person. Then it filters only by the meaningful drops, avoiding false positives and flags members who attended regularly before, but now attend much less. So this is a query that I'm very proud of, but also kind of sad that it's not working. Because of time, I don't. I cannot show that it works. I will need to see if it's the problem is the amount of data that I'm using for the time constraints, but at the moment it's not working. The third one is it's a lead conversion analysis. That this one does work and does work very well. And it's about the marketing campaign that I mentioned earlier. And this reads from the lead table, and each row represents a lead, so it's a potential customer. And each lead have a source and a status, and then it reads leads by the source. It can be Instagram, website, walks in, and it calculates the conversion rate. It counts first how many leads are converted, and then it calculates the conversion rate, and it orders the results to see how are the ways that the people are coming here. How are we attracting more customers, basically, right? So that's mainly the use cases or the queries, and here we have I don't know how to do a user interface, so I had to do a text user face, and here we have the 5 sections that I already mentioned. The first 3 are mainly operational, so search members. We can search them by member ID, full name, ID, or phone. So it could be just like one, and the member ID is one. So this is Alejandro Morales. Here we can see also the analytics or reports that I said. Here is the lead conversion analysis, which is the one that I think it's very interesting. So Facebook, it's a good conversion analysis along with walk-in, and referido means to be referred. So that's it, mainly the use cases, and thank you so much.